Hi there, and welcome to a Sit With Me podcast. My name is Solène, and I am your host. Welcome to a brand new episode of a Sit With Me podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you are doing great. I hope you are doing fantastic. I am sending you great energy. I am not sick anymore. I feel great. I feel alive. Last week I was a little sick, and you could hear it in my voice, in my nose. As I was editing the episode, I was like, oof, girl, that nose is clogged up, but I feel better. I feel all better today. I got up early this morning. I work out, as you know, very early in the morning so that the rest of my day is clear. So I got up early, went to the gym, but now the sun is out pretty early, so it's pretty fun. I'm ready for us to go above 10 degrees in the morning, though. We can go above 10 degrees. I feel we deserve a little plus 10 degrees. But you know, I love my little morning routine that I created thanks to that workout. I get up, I work out, I come back home, I get ready, shower, skincare, then I have my little breakfast, and during my little breakfast I either listen to the news or to the radio, or I do something, something to stimulate my brain early in the morning. I usually listen to German so that I can be better at my German, and yeah, I'm feeling all energized and happy to be here and happy to put yet another episode out. And as I'm looking outside of the window, I remember that this year I am pushing myself and challenging myself to go to the park more, to go just lay down in a park during summer and spring. It's something that I always felt some kind of self-conscious. I don't know why, but this year you will find me in a park somewhere. You will find me with a book laying down for no reason in a park. So that is what I'm intending to do this summer. Lay down as much as I can and get some melanin back as much as I possibly can. And something else that I wanted to talk about, because I've been journaling for years, and I like to write and to record myself for the future, And last week I found something that I wrote to myself last year, and I was mentioning the fact that I do not want fear to run my life anymore. I do not. My wish for 2024, so last year, was that I'm not afraid anymore, that I do all the things that I want to do, that I'm putting myself out there, and that I am not letting myself be paralyzed with fear. And I realized while reading that I've done it. By putting this podcast over and over again, by putting episodes out, by posting on social media, by doing public speaking, I realized that I've done it. And I was so happy to find that little thing that I wrote to myself. I was, praying, quote unquote, to get rid of fear, to not be afraid anymore. And I can proudly say that I did that. I'm not afraid anymore. So 2024 was about getting rid of self-consciousness and getting over fear. And I would say that 2025 would be about persevering. It would be about pushing through and not give up. So if it's my message to you is write down the things that you wish to accomplish, get rid of fear, get rid of anxiety, pray on it, ask it to the universe and to God. And I swear that it will happen over time. In a year, 2 years, you're going to read that back to yourself and be like, oh my God, I did that. I'm not anxious anymore. I'm not afraid to be seen. I'm not afraid to take up space, because it works. Writing your dreams and your wishes down, it works. Anyway, this week, I wanted to talk about something that has been in the back of my mind for a few months now, something that it's like a perspective that I wanted to share on the podcast, but I was still trying to articulate it. I was still trying to make sure that it makes sense and that there is some truth to it, if that makes sense. And I wanted to talk about purpose. This week we're talking about purpose, and I know that purpose is a big word. It's the buzzword. We've heard it over and over again. Your purpose, etc., right? But my particular take, the lesson that I think I'm learning over the last few years, is that walking in your purpose will never be selfish. Walking in your purpose will never be a selfish act, because I want to bring the idea of collective, of service, and of community in the concept of purpose, in the idea of purpose, right? And happiness as well. Because most of the time when you hear about purpose, is very much self-centered. You hear about purpose, but it's about yourself and your success and your personal, your actions and your success story. We only hear about purpose as a personal fulfillment mission. But I want to bring the idea of community, the idea of you're not fulfilling your purpose just for you. If you are afraid of fulfilling and stepping into your purpose for yourself, don't do it for you, do it for them. Do it for us, do it for society, because it is an act of service. To fulfill your purpose is more than just, oh, I will be happy, because happiness is not a permanent state. I'm going to mention that later, but it's not just to be happy or to make money or to live in a forest somewhere. It's an act of service to this world. You must shine your light to create a better world. This is how you change the world. You don't change the world by changing people. You change the world by changing yourself, right? But first, because we talk about purpose, but what is purpose? So I thought we could have a little definition of what is purpose according to me, according to my own understanding, and according to what I believe to be true. Also, I think next week or in 2 weeks' time, I want to make a specific episode on can purpose change and evolve over time? Really dive into the idea of purpose, and can it change over the years? So according to me, purpose is when who you are meets what the world needs. It's this feeling of alignment between your action, your decisions, and who you are in this world. It does not need to be majestic. It does not need to be something grand, something huge. It does not need to be revolutionary. Purpose can exist and happen in your everyday life in small ways. Some people find purpose in their work, in their family, in their relationship. Some people find purpose through service, through creating, through giving back. Purpose can exist in multiple ways. It does not need to be something big and revolutionary. Purpose, it's kind of the why behind the what. What are you doing? I mean, it's not that it does not matter, but what matters most, and the purpose, the thing that makes you vibrate, is the why. Why are you doing what you're doing? And there's this sense of alignment when who you are perfectly aligned with what the world, society, your environment needs at that time. So it's not just about personal success, according to me. It's not just about your personal sense of happiness. It's about contribution. I want to bring this idea of contribution, of meaning and connection in the purpose. It's not just you finding your own little lane and doing your own little things. No, it will never be selfish to find your purpose and express it, because it is an act of service to the world. You know what I mean? And we should get rid of this self-centeredness of the concept of purpose, according to me. And in this episode, I want to explain to you why. I want to explain to you why walking in your purpose will never be selfish, why it's never just personal. It's never just a personal affair. It's communal. And actually, the reason why I'm saying this, it's because sometimes some people are afraid to step in their purpose. They're lacking maybe the courage or the motivation to be who they are. But my thing is, if you don't do it for you, do it for the world. It can become another motivation for you to be who you are and to be who you want to become. And tell to yourself, I'm doing this because I know that this is my way of changing the world. This is your little contribution to community. And so I guess that the key is to understand that purpose is not about personal fulfillment. That's what I say. Don't do it for you, do it for them. If your purpose only involves you, it is too small. You must do it as an act of service, like I say, right? I call it the ripple effect. Purpose is it's not just about you and your little life. There's this ripple effect. You know, when you drop a rock in the water, or when you drop a drop of water, you see the waves that is created around the impact, those perfect circle. I'm sure you've seen the slow motion of a rock or a drop of water being dropped in the ocean or in a glass of water, whatever the case might be, right? This is the ripple effect. Am I saying that right? Ripple effect? R-I-P-P-L-E. Anyway, the ripple effect of your purpose. You are the rock that we're dropping in the middle of the ocean. You are the drop of water in the glass of water. And by simply having that impact, it does not just impact you, it impacts the world directly around you and beyond. It is about everything that will shift around you as soon as you drop that rock into the ocean. It is about that impact that you will have by simply stepping into your light, simply doing what you want to do, what you think is right, and looking for that feeling of alignment, feeling in alignment with who you are, with who you want to be, with what you like, with what you don't like, and who you aspire to become. That is your only job, right? And following that purpose, it's the natural order of things, because following that purpose will naturally serve others. Stepping into that purpose, hearing that purpose will, by default, without you even trying, it will serve us. When I say others, I talk about us. I talk about me as well, right? You shining your light will help me, will enlighten my world. It's like when you enter your room at night and it's completely dark and you open the door and you switch on the light. That light that you just switched on your room has an impact on the entire room. Now you can see your desk, you can see your chair, you can see that, you can see, right? It's the same thing with your purpose. You are a light. And by turning on your light, by shining your light, you are showing the way to others. By shining your light, you become guidance, you become an example, or a cautionary tale, you become an inspiration or an example. You show the way to other people. You show a way to other people. Not that everyone will do what you do, but you will inspire people without even knowing it, without even trying. It's like turning on a light, turning the light in your bedroom. When you turn on the light, all of a sudden the entire room bathed in light. That is the same thing amongst this society, amongst your community. When you turn on your light, you enlighten the world of everyone around you, and you encourage someone else to turn on their light. And this is how we change the world. This is how we build a better world. Because if you are stepping in your light and I step in my light, automatically we're changing the world. We are creating a better world. So following your purpose, hearing your purpose, turning your light on naturally serve others without you having to put extra work into it, with you only doing your job, and your job being yourself and living in alignment. And something that I've mentioned already, living in your purpose is an act of service to the world. It's not a favor. It's a gift. It's an act of service. It's not a burden. It's a gift. It's of service. It's your gift to us, to the world. For example, right? You want to write a book. And now you think in your little mind, oh, I'm going to write my book. I'm going to stay in my lane. And you just think about the impact that it will have on your life. I'm going to write the book. I'm going to sell the book, and I'm going to make money off the book. But what you don't see, it's all the people that will be receiving your book as a gift. And I'm not just talking the physical copy of your book as a gift. I'm talking about the person who will design the cover, the graphic designer who always wanted to be an artist and who gets to be an artist through your dream. And you using their light, the light of the graphic designer, to push your dream further. I'm talking about the publisher who always wanted to be a publisher and who gets to publish your book. I'm talking about the person who will actually receive your reader will actually receive your book as a gift. I'm talking about the book talker, the TikToker, the content creators who are talking about books on TikTok. It's called book talk, right? Who will receive your book or who will read your book, and they will be able to merge their two passion for content creation and your book. All of these people that you will meet along the way, the printer, I don't know really how that works, but the people printing books. And that is their gift. That is their passion. And through you, thanks to you, and you thanks to them. You see how this works? It's all of our lights are coming together so we can bring each other's dream further along. Hence why it will never be a competition. There is no point in trying to dim someone else's light. You need their light. You need the light of the graphic designer, of the publisher, of the husband, of the wife, of the kid, of the book talker, who will contribute to your dreams, and they need you to shine your light. They need you to publish that book, to put it on paper, to send it to the publisher, to get it out, to promote it. Same to the bookstore, right? Or to the small cafe, the small coffee shop where you will do your book reading. You help them live in their purpose by living in yours. And so that is what I mean when I say living in your purpose is an act of service. You must. That's your only job, and that is an obligation, actually. I don't care about your 9 to 5, really. I care that you are living your purpose, because we all need that. Think of all the people that you will help, that you will meet, that you will encourage, that you will inspire, or that you will warn in a way by simply being yourself. Same goes if you want to be a painter, if you want to be a public speaker. No matter what your gift is, it is never just about you. It is about everyone around you, everyone that you will come across. And so that is why I call it the ripple effect of purpose. Still not sure that I'm pronouncing it right, that word, but hey, multiple language in one brain. That's why I call the ripple effect of purpose. And I really want us to get away from that very self-centered way of seeing purpose. I need to fulfill my purpose so I'm happy, so I can have my mansion, my house, my kid, and whatever. No, you need to do it for the world. Don't just do it for you. And for me, it's a motivation. For me, I said to myself, okay, sometimes I'm scared of living in my purpose. Sometimes I'm scared of doing what I think is right because I get in my own way. But I realize, okay, I must do it because the world need us all to step into our light, whatever that means for you. And it's for every person, it's different, and it takes a different shape. Don't do it for you, do it for them, because it is necessary. Also, we must acknowledge, and it is true, that living in your purpose, living with purpose, with intention, is the best way to be fulfilled, right? It's the best way to find fulfillment. That's kind of the best way, because I do believe that happiness is not a permanent state. Happiness can come and go. However, fulfillment can last longer. Fulfillment can go deeper and last longer. You show the way to others as well. You show what it means to turn on a light, what it means to live in alignment. They see you. You don't need to teach them. You cannot force someone to go on the path. You can simply tell them. You can simply show them where is the path. You can simply explain to them what they will find at the end of the path, which is fulfillment. You cannot force someone to go somewhere if they don't want to go. You can give someone the exact map. You can give someone step by step, step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc., up until 10, and tell them if you do exactly that, you will reach happiness, fulfillment, and still they won't do it. And still they won't reach the same destination because they need to do it themselves. So don't force anyone to change. Don't force anyone to do what you do. Focus on you and focus on being what you say you want to be. Focus on your path. Focus on reaching your purpose and your fulfillment. And this is exactly how you show the way to others. Don't try to teach people. Don't try to force people. Just exist. And by simply existing, by simply radiating purpose, joy, happiness, fulfillment, and alignment, people will learn from you. And they will come to you with questions, right? And so, of course, you inspire others, and that brings you, of course, a sense of satisfaction. It's great to know that you're helping. It's great. Most of us, I believe that most of the world are good people. Most of us, we want to help each other. We're not mean people. And so it feels great to know that you are helping and inspiring, and it fuels you to keep going, right? And it is the best kind of fuel. You will also never be alone on that path. Never, ever. As soon as you start on that path, as soon as you decide, okay, I'm going to listen to that voice, to the voice within, Christina Aguilera, amen. As soon as you start taking one step after the other, you will never be alone. Spiritually or physically, you will never be alone on that way. You will meet people, like I told you, it's like the book, the graphic designer, the publisher, the book talker, the reader, someone who will moderate your book reading, your first book reading. The coffee shop owner will invite you to their coffee. It's not a selfish act, and it is not a lonely road. There's a song that says, I walk a lonely road. There's a song that says that. Sorry, I digress. And it is your only job. It is your only job to find that purpose, to live into that purpose. Now, I keep repeating purpose, purpose, purpose. I can hear you. How do we find it? Where is it? How do I discover what it is? How do I find purpose? And every single time I hear someone asking, how do I find my purpose? I want to say you cannot find something that you always had. It's like asking me, how do I find my heartbeat? You always have a heartbeat. You don't need to find it. It's always there. It has always been present. Whether you are conscious, unconscious, your purpose is the same. Now, how do you hear your heartbeat? You quiet down. You relax. You breathe in, you breathe out, and this is how you hear your heartbeat. Well, same goes for your purpose. Find ways to hear your purpose. The goal is not to find your purpose. It's not lost somewhere. It's not outside of yourself. It's not somewhere in the city. It's not in a book. It's not in your fridge. It's not in your phone. It's not in your wardrobe. It's how do you hear it? It's in you. It has always been there. Just like your heartbeat. You need to quiet down and to hear your heart, to hear your soul, to hear your brain, to hear your thoughts. So the goal is not to find anything, is not to start a search party. The goal is to actually remove everything that is standing between you and your purpose. Remove the ego, remove all the barriers, remove the low self-esteem, remove the fear, the doubt, the thoughts, remove everything that society has told you about yourself or about life, so you can hear your vibration. That is actually the goal, is to quiet down the noise that is standing between you and your purpose. It's like rappelling inside yourself. When people who do hiking, sometimes you are like attached to a cord to go down, you know what I mean? And your two legs you're like pushing against the rock or the whatever, and you're going down and you go down. You've seen that, right? You know what I mean? They're attached to a cord and they're going down slowly but surely, and there's someone often below that is holding the cord. It's doing that, and that is called rappelling. Descente en rappel in French, for the people who understand French who are listening. That it's like doing that, but inside yourself. It's going deeper and deeper within yourself, quieting down the noise. And you know what? Honestly, you already have some kind of an answer. You already kind of know. But you are censoring yourself. You are not willing to actually trust yourself, trust the universe, and step into it. You are maybe downplaying it. You don't think that it is that important. You don't think that it is that major. You don't think that it can be that impactful, but you already have some kind of an answer. What is your purpose? What do you want to do? What makes you vibrate? Maybe you are still afraid of it. Maybe you are afraid of success. You are afraid of failing. You are afraid of not being enough. You are afraid of being ridiculed by yourself, by other people. But most of the time, if you are a young adult or an adult, you kind of know. You have some insights of what your purpose is. Now the work is, are you ready to spend the time necessary to unearth your purpose? To do the work of peeling all the layers of yourself, to reach down, to go to the core of yourself and to go back to your purpose. It's about taking out all the layers that we build around it. If your purpose is to help or to write or to speak or to create or to paint or to direct or to act, right? Do you have enough trust and love for yourself to say, this is my purpose and I am going to step in it and I am going to just say yes to things that are in alignment with that? And like I told you, some people find purpose in their work, through their relationship, through creating, through serving. Purpose can take different form. It is specific to you, but are you willing to make decisions that are only in alignment with your purpose and say no to things, people, places that are not in the right direction? That is the requirement of your purpose, to act on it, to stand your ground, and to listen to that vibration. And how do you hear your purpose? You hear it by existing. You hear your purpose by being your full self, by having the audacity to be your full self, by making space for your thoughts, by listening to your thoughts. I hear that some of y'all don't like to be alone with your thoughts. Well, you won't find your purpose if you're afraid of your thoughts, right? You hear your purpose. You don't find your purpose. You hear your purpose by giving up on pleasing other people. Stop being a people pleaser. You hear your purpose by interacting with others in every single capacity. Enough with this isolation bullshit. Enough with this, I'm preserving my peace for self-care purposes. I don't talk to anyone. I stay in my lane. Enough. You hear your purpose when you live in community, when you interact, when you talk to people, when you hear people, when you converse. Tired of this isolation. Well, I'm preserving my peace. I'm cutting everyone. Not anyone. No one is good enough for me. Enough. The purpose of your purpose is for communities, to build communities, to live in communities. So, whatever this self-care isolation stuff, that is not, you won't hear your purpose in isolation. You will hear your purpose. You will hear a part of it in isolation. I understand that we cannot just always talk to people. I don't. Most of the time I do not, but you still need some kind of interaction in order to hear your purpose. Purpose is about community. It's about connection. It's about others. It's always bigger than you. It's bigger than you. It is a gift to others. So you cannot, if you are in your house 24/7, you don't talk to anyone. You have no one to gift your purpose to, and you have no one, and you cannot receive the gift of other people's purpose in your life. It goes both ways. You hear your purpose by trying and failing and trying again and failing again, by redirecting, by pivoting. This is where your purpose is. This is where the whispers of your soul, this is when you hear your whispers of your soul. Remember, I told you your purpose is when who you are meets what the world needs. So who are you? Can you answer that question? And the answer of who you are, who am I, does not live outside of yourself. It is again by rappelling. Am I saying that right again? By going down within yourself, by going deeper and deeper and quieting the noise. Stop scrolling. Stop those apps. Okay, stop looking outside of yourself. Stop trying to copy paste what other. No, it is by going inside yourself. You hear your purpose when you listen to what makes you vibrate, what makes you happy when you were a kid. Ask the people who were around you if you don't remember, right? It can be as simple as you loved to dress up, you loved theater, or you loved to sing, or you loved to read, or you loved to give advice, or you love to listen people, to listen. It can be a sentence. Your purpose can be just one sentence. And again, not what you wish would make you vibrate, what's making you vibrate right now. And again, you have that answer. You have at least the beginning of an answer. What gives you that excitement? And I know that there's this question of what could you do? How do they ask that? If there is one thing that you could do for free for the rest of your life. I don't know if that helps. I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, if it can help you, yes, think about something that you could do for free. I don't know if that's the best way to think about purpose, if I'm being honest. I'm still thinking about it, but I don't know if that's the best question in today's society. If it works for you, great. And also remember that it does not have to be major. It does not have to be big and to be revolutionary. It's not about changing a whole country. Purpose can exist in small day-to-day life, in small acts. All right? So that was my message for today. I wanted to talk to you about purpose. I wanted to talk to you about the fact that it will never be selfish. By choosing yourself, you actually choosing a better world. By choosing to live only in alignment with who you are, by choosing to only be around people who uplift you, by choosing yourself, you actually choose the world. Does that make sense? By deciding to shine your light and to be who you want to be and to become who you wish to become, you are making this world a better place. So don't do it for you, do it for them. Purpose is an act of service. Purpose, you living in your purpose does not have to be revolutionary. However, you deciding to hear your purpose and to act on it and to love yourself purposefully, that is a revolutionary act. That is the revolution. All right. If you have any questions, any comments, please send them my way. sitwithmepodcast@gmail.com. I will be delighted to read you. I'm telling you that all the time. Try to hear your purpose. Try to quiet down and at least get a clue and don't you dare letting self-doubt kind of get in the way. No purpose is too small. No purpose is stupid. No purpose is not enough. No purpose is, you know what I mean? Your purpose, if your purpose is one sentence, then it is one sentence. If your purpose is completely different from what you're doing today, it's okay to acknowledge that as well. Try to hear your purpose this week. Try to ask yourself, what would my life or what would my day look like in my dream life? You can also have clues of your purpose. You know, what makes me happy? What makes me vibrate? You won't have the answer right away necessarily. It's okay if it does not come to you right this second. Give it time. That's why I'm telling you, get off the app for a while. Give it time. Give your brain and yourself time to come up with an answer. And be gentle with yourself when that answer is coming to you. All right? Take care of yourself. I love you dearly and purposefully. I love you in big ways, in small ways. And yes, I talk to you on other social medias. And I see you next week. Peace and bye.